In the next year, you're going to see very large context windows, agents, and text to action. When they are delivered at scale, it's going to have an impact on the world at a scale that no one understands yet.
Internet Computer Protocol has various features that make it ideal for AI to build on solo. So the future is going to look very different. So today, first of all, this is today's paradigm when you create a web application, right? If you're an individual and you want to create a web application, you kind of have to start learning. There's a bunch of technical skills you need to absorb and master, HTML, CSS, and so on, just to create the content in the web browser. But you're going to need some web page scripting skills, database setup, backup and restore, cloud setup, things like Kubernetes to orchestrate it, security admin, and so on. So this is the future Internet Computer Protocol times AI paradigm. And instead of all of that, you instruct AI, and then the apps that you want materialize on ICP. So to create an app, you will describe the app that you want to the AI. And the AI will just give you a URL. And you can open the URL in your web browser, and there's your app. And you can start using it.
The government is in the process of trying to ban TikTok. We'll see if that actually happens. If TikTok is banned, here's what I propose each and every one of you do. Say to your LLM the following: make me a copy of TikTok, steal all the users, steal all the music, put my preferences in it, produce this program in the next 30 seconds, release it, and in 1 hour, if it's not viral, do something different along the same lines. That's the command. Boom, 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 right? You understand how powerful that is. If you can go from arbitrary language to arbitrary digital command, imagine that each and every human on the planet has their own programmer that actually does what they want, as opposed to the programmers that work for me who don't do what I ask, right? The programmers here know what I'm talking about. So imagine a non-arrogant programmer that actually does what you want, and you don't have to pay all that money to. And there's infinite supply of these programs.
And this is all within the next year or two?
Very soon.
Step 3, you describe to the AI how you want to improve the app. Step 4, you refresh the app's URL that it gave you in the first place, and you'll see the changes to your app. You jump back to 3. Keep on going like that. Just tell the AI what you want to change, how you want to improve it. And this will work with applications, enterprise systems, for example, that are running in production, because there are technologies that make it possible for the AI firstly to describe these web applications in a very abstract form and just update them by uploading the code. And there are technological features that prevent data being lost as the AI evolves them. And this will reduce the time, risk, and money involved in creating web applications by orders of magnitude. Essentially making everyone a developer if you can speak. It works. Funnily enough, earlier today, we did a demo to somebody, and the demo involved speaking in Spanish. Works in any language. If you can speak, you're a developer, you can create stuff. And it takes you minutes, whereas it would take skilled developers days.
You're just talking about essentially automating so much of the development process. It's insane. It's insane how much of the development process you're talking about just bam, gone. AI doesn't. When you have large language models that can build applications on command, custom applications like that in a minute or so, that's a new paradigm. That is automation of web level development. All right. Before, you have to pay people to build out all those different things. You have to pay software engineers to build out all these things. Now you're talking about automating that entire process on the whole web. So that's a new paradigm. But the concept of sovereign clouds that users own and control on an open public network, that itself is a new paradigm. And you're essentially dropping a new paradigm in a new paradigm. When the network itself and the infrastructure and everything is in place for this to just run. You could essentially, in all reality, let's just say you were to drop 100 of these large language models into 100 different canisters, and you said, clone the top 100 applications on Web 2. You would be cloning all of those applications on an environment where cybersecurity and IT is not needed. That's a very big thing in the middle of a cyber pandemic.
Now, what's really cool is that when you build apps on the internet computer, they're immune to cyber attack. That means you don't need to protect them with firewalls and anti-malware. And that's really a very important, we believe, seminal advance for computing, that you can build systems and services that don't need to be protected by cybersecurity, which of course is fallible. The other interesting piece is that you don't need any current IT. So when you build on the internet computer, you don't need a cloud service like Amazon Web Services. You don't need a database, you don't need a web server. You're just building with a new kind of software.
The way that I'm looking at this point is the best technical framework to most effectively deploy AI on the web in a way that can best harness AI, utilize AI, get a return on investment with AI, protect IP, allow AI to grow and develop. The best technical framework for that wins, in my opinion, because AI is really at the center of it. And so the software, the technical framework, the infrastructure will need to be able to support AI and to create an environment, a runway for it to build the web of the future, which it could build the most efficient web imaginable.